Award-winning actress Kate Winslet has reignited one of the most enduring controversies in film history, the infamous door scene in Titanic. For over 2 decades, the moment in James Cameron's 1997 blockbuster, where Winslet's character Rose clings to a piece of floating debris after the ship sinks, has been a subject of intense debate among fans. The scene has become iconic, but a central question has lingered for years: could Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Jack Dawson, have survived if he had shared the floating object with Rose? In a revealing interview on October 21, 2024, with the Australian talk show The Project, Winslet gave new insight into the infamous piece of debris, clearing up a long-standing misconception about it. "People keep referring to it as a door," Winslet explained, "but it actually wasn't even a door. It's a piece of bannister, like a stairway or something, that had broken off." This revelation sheds new light on a scene that has captivated audiences for decades and offers a fresh perspective on the floating object that has sparked countless debates about Jack's death. This simple yet startling revelation adds a new layer to the mystery surrounding the tragic end of Jack Dawson. Fans have long been fixated on the idea that the debris could have held both Rose and Jack, thereby preventing his death. Some fans have gone so far as to recreate the scene with similar materials, attempting to prove that Jack could have survived. Reddit users have scoured the film's set designs and ship schematics, closely examining the debris in question to make a case for Jack's survival. For years, it has been one of the most frequently asked questions about the film, with many speculating on the possibility of Jack fitting onto the object and surviving. When the age-old question of whether there was room on the door for Jack was posed to Winslet during the interview, she responded with a humorous remark: "Who knows if DiCaprio could have fit on there or not?" She said with a laugh, before adding, "Honestly, I don't have any insights here that anyone else hasn't already tried to figure out." Her lighthearted answer reflects the fact that, despite decades of debate, the mystery of the scene continues to captivate the public's imagination, even among those involved in the film itself. However, this wasn't the first time that Winslet has addressed the question of whether Jack could have survived the ordeal. Back in 2022, during an appearance on the Happy, Sad, Confused podcast, Winslet gave a more elaborate answer to the question. "You've heard it here for the first time. Yes, he could have fit. He could have fit on that door, but it would not have stayed afloat. It wouldn't," she said, providing a more definitive answer, yet still leaving the matter open to interpretation. According to Winslet's theory, while there may have been room for Jack, the floating object likely would not have been stable enough to support both of their weights. This theory has only added to the already heated debate among fans, as many argue that Jack's death was a tragic necessity for the emotional weight of the film's conclusion. Winslet's take on the matter aligns with what many fans have speculated over the years. Despite the question of whether Jack could have survived being floated on the debris, some fans have argued that the emotional impact of Jack's death is what truly drives the film's themes of love, sacrifice, and mortality. Yet, for others, it remains a sticking point in an otherwise perfect film. The debate over whether Jack could have fit on the door, though, still rages on, with no clear answer that will satisfy everyone. Some fans have even gone so far as to conduct their own scientific experiments, recreating the scene using large blocks of ice, replica debris, and other materials to measure whether both characters could have survived. These experiments have not put the issue to rest, as the arguments continue to come in waves every few years. In the interview, Winslet emphasized that, while the question is endlessly fascinating for fans, it is a complex one with no easy solution. "Honestly, it's a question that's so layered in its own way," she said. And the fact that we're still talking about it all these years later proves that it was such a huge moment for people. The continuing discussion of the door scene has turned into a part of Titanic's cultural legacy, drawing in new generations of fans as the years go by. The debate has become part of what makes the film timeless, with people revisiting the film and contemplating the seemingly simple yet deeply impactful choices made by its characters. James Cameron, the director of Titanic, has also weighed in on the question of Jack's survival, and his perspective sheds light on the deeper philosophical themes of the movie. According to Cameron, the reason Jack had to die is rooted in the themes of love, sacrifice, and mortality that define the film. In a 2023 interview with the Toronto Sun, Cameron revealed that he had commissioned a scientific study to test various survival scenarios for Jack and Rose, using stunt doubles who matched the size and weight of the two leads. "We took 2 stunt people who were the same body mass of Kate and Leo, and we put sensors all over them and inside them, and we put them in ice water, and we tested to see whether they could have survived through a variety of methods," Cameron explained. And the answer was, there was no way they both could have survived. Only one could survive. Cameron further emphasized that Jack's death was integral to the story's emotional core. Jack needed to die. It's like Romeo and Juliet. It's a movie about love and sacrifice and mortality. The love is measured by the sacrifice, he said. Maybe after 25 years, "I won't have to deal with this anymore," he quipped, humorously referring to the ongoing debate surrounding the scene. Cameron's perspective highlights the narrative importance of Jack's death, emphasizing that it wasn't just a random choice but a deliberate part of the film's thematic structure. Despite Cameron's assertions, the debate continues to captivate fans. Some still maintain that Jack's death was avoidable, and that the filmmakers could have found a way to keep both characters alive. Others argue that the tragedy of Jack's death is what ultimately makes the love story between him and Rose so poignant and memorable. The continuing controversy speaks to the film's emotional power and its ability to stir deep, philosophical questions about life, love, and sacrifice. Interestingly, the piece of debris that Rose clings to, often referred to as the door, was sold at auction in March 2024 for a remarkable $718,750 during the Heritage Auctions Treasures from Planet Hollywood event. According to the auction house, the item is in reality part of the door frame just above the ship's first-class lounge entrance. The sale of the iconic prop at such a high price only further cements the lasting legacy of Titanic as one of the most beloved films of all time. It also underscores the ongoing cultural fascination with the movie and its key moments, including the scene that fans continue to analyze and debate. The auction itself proved to be a significant event, with the door fetching a higher price than other iconic pieces of movie memorabilia, including Indiana Jones' bullwhip from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, which sold for $525,000, and Jack Nicholson's axe from The Shining, which sold for $125,000. This sale is just one more chapter in the saga of Titanic and its enduring place in cinematic history. As Titanic celebrates its 27th anniversary, it is clear that the film's cultural impact continues to be felt. The door scene remains one of the most memorable moments in film history, with its deep emotional resonance and its connection to themes of love, loss, and sacrifice. Whether or not Jack could have survived will likely continue to be a topic of debate for years to come. But one thing is certain: Titanic remains a film that continues to capture the hearts of viewers and spark conversation long after its release. Award-winning actress Kate Winslet has reignited one of the most enduring controversies in film history, the infamous door scene in Titanic. For over 2 decades, the moment in James Cameron's 1997 blockbuster, where Winslet's character Rose clings to a piece of floating debris after the ship sinks, has been a subject of intense debate among fans. The scene has become iconic, but a central question has lingered for years: could Leonardo DiCaprio's character Jack Dawson have survived if he had shared the floating object with Rose? In a revealing interview on October 21, 2024, with the Australian talk show The Project, Winslet gave new insight into the infamous piece of debris, clearing up a long-standing misconception about it. "People keep referring to it as a door," Winslet explained, "but it actually wasn't even a door. It's a piece of bannister, like a stairway or something, that had broken off." This revelation sheds new light on a scene that has captivated audiences for decades and offers a fresh perspective on the floating object that has sparked countless debates about Jack's death.